Hello, it's Helen from Journal with Purpose. I thought I'd show you what I've been up to in my journals recently. So this is a daffodil rodiorama, and it's a bullet journal that I've just finished using. These are my plans for week commencing the 16th of January. I'm still using old Project Life cards as tip-ins and writing my goals for the week on there. And this works really well for me because as I work throughout the week I can keep that open and still know what I'd planned to achieve during the course of that week. I set these up every Sunday. It's my daily improvements journal and highlights of the week, and I just try and add a few things to the pages at the end of every day. These are my daily plans. And this is week commencing the 23rd of January. And I got some new feather washi tape, and I stuck with that theme really throughout the course of that week. And this was last week in my bullet journal, and this is my weekly plans, and this got sent to me as some lovely happy mail, so it's nice to be able to use that in my journal. And one of the things I get asked about a lot is the numbers that I record next to each task on my daily plans. In the evening I sit and write out what I want to get done the next day, and then I try and work out roughly how long I think each task might take me to finish. That's really to try and stop me trying to plan and cram too much into each day. And I've been sent something recently which has helped me with this. It's called My Happy Place, and it was sent to me by my friend Indra, who I met on Instagram. And her friend in Singapore did the design and illustrations on these. And it's from Original Ordinary. And inside, on each page, there's a time ladder for each day of the week. So once I've planned out how long I think my tasks are going to take me, I then just find a slot and try out through the day so I can try and keep on track. I've tried a time ladder before and had it actually in my bullet journal, but one thing I found is that if I went off plan because things got really busy throughout the day and I had lots of unexpected tasks, it just added to the pressure too much. But having it in a separate book's worked really well for me, because if everything's going to plan, great, I've got guidelines there on what I expect to be doing and hope to be doing at each point of the day. And if sort of work goes crazy and this isn't then going to go to plan, I can just close the book, put it away, and then come back to it the next day. And the illustrations in the book are beautiful, so this one's working really, really well for me. So that was the end of that bullet journal. So I've set up my new one in my Start Bay Traveller's Notebook. And this time I've gone for the raspberry rhodia. I keep my stickers in the front, my contents, and I was going to use this book as an art journal, but I didn't like how these pages came out at all, so I've just decided to use it as my regular bullet journal. This is where I said hello to February, and that's my calendar for the month and my goals, which I separate into the 4 sections. So I have one for me, one for creative projects, things I want to get done around the home, and any work targets I want to set myself. And this is the start of my gratitude and memories pages for February. As you can see, I've already listed quite a few things on the gratitude section, and under memories it was my dog Barney's 4th birthday last Saturday, so that had to go in there. I've been doing a lot of recruitment work for my clients recently, so I thought it would be a good idea just to have a quick checklist in my bullet journal of everything that I need to get done when a client asks me to help them fill a position, everything from getting the job description right and agreeing the advert and getting it placed. And when I was doing that, I started to think about the panel and what makes some candidates really stand out as being great and what trips other candidates up. So I just decided to put a few interview tips in my bullet journal as well and shared that on Instagram. So this is my plans for this week so far. You see I've got my goals there. That's my calendar of any appointments and things going on during the week. These creative projects I'd like to work on. This is my work section. This tends to get really full throughout the week, as most of my work tends to be quite urgent and need a quick turnaround. I don't tend to have to transfer much from this onto the next week's page, but it does mean it's unpredictable, so I just add the tasks as they come in. And that's the section for me and for home. And then I put in here things that any books I'm currently reading, and any notes of anything I need to remember, or any tasks that come in towards the end of the week that I need to put on next week's plans, I just pop on the bottom here. I've got some new Japanese washi recently, and I really like the buildings, so I had a go at drawing one here. And this is my current dailies, and Elena on Instagram is doing a drawing challenge in February, and it's all about drawing people, which is the thing I find hardest to do. But I found this on Google and decided to try and have a go, and I'm reasonably happy with how it's come out. So also tucked in here I've got my Rodia Dot book, and I tend to use this for lettering and any rough pages or ideas that sort of come to me. So that's me practicing with some Tombow brush pens, which I'm still not very confident at using. And if I put different inks or try a different fountain pen, I just tend to do a few lines here to see how the ink's coming out. So some other lettering that I've tried. And this is where I jot down any ideas that I get from my blog or YouTube, and also any page ideas that I want to include in my bullet journal. And if I've got some pages, so I want to do one on tips for getting motivated, I jot down some notes in here before I do the proper pages, and that's where I planned out the tips for interviews. And I've got a wallet here with stickers or happy mail that I've been lucky enough to receive. These are my manila inserts that I decorated, and I just emails, anything that I need to keep to hand. And finally in here I've got my journal. I've shown some of these other pages on my previous Instagram video, but my newest pages, so this was a day trip where we went to a craft centre that was set inside a mill, and also we went to a life-size model centre, and when we were in there, we were in the zombie cave, and they didn't realise we were there, and they turned the lights out on us, so I wanted to record that in my journal. And I also follow Abby C on Instagram, and it's her book that's very much inspired me doing these journaling pages, and one of her challenges is to do a day in the life of me. So those are pages I've just recently completed, trying to capture things that happen on most days, just so that it's a little kind of moment in time of how things are for me. And the last thing I'm going to show you in this book that I got from Elena, everything else in here, but I've did one page in there recently, and I saw this on a card that I saw in a gift shop, and I really liked it. So I bought the card, brought it home just so I could try and have a quick copy of it, or at least do my interpretation of it. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, thank you very much.